Alrighty, hello guys, welcome your faces back to another Stormworks build and rescue video. Today we are in career mode once again. As you guys can see right here, we are still in the uniform we were in last time, and we are going to go ahead and continue with what we were doing last time. Now, because it's been such a long time, I can't really remember what that is. I'm actually thinking that maybe it was building the little helicopter, and actually now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure that was the case. So, because we built the helicopter, we actually ended up making it fly. It had a bit of an issue. It did actually have a bit of an issue. And here it is right here. So, this is obviously our helicopter. It obviously has, like, a few issues. Now, the first issue that you could probably see with this thing is it won't float. Now, you might be wondering why it won't float, and that's because it's a helicopter and it doesn't have any floaties. And that does actually make sense. So, what I'm thinking we do is we actually add floaties to this thing today, and we test it out. So, let's go ahead and get on with it, shall we? Okay, so let's go ahead and figure out how this thing works then. So, on both sides, we're going to go ahead and extend out a little thing from this side. There we go. We're going to go ahead and extend those out. That does make sense, and I like the idea of that. We're then going to go ahead and do this, which is going to extend out a little bit further, and that is going to be awesome. The closer to the center of mass we actually put these floats, the better it will work. So we're going to go ahead and try and not make it go so far down. So actually, we're just going to go ahead and extend it out to the side like this, and that's going to be fine. And we're going to try and figure out how to do that from the front also, so that works. But actually, realistically, I'm not sure how to do that. We probably will do this, though. There we go. We'll extend that out from there, and that does actually make sense to me. There we go. Realistically as well, we could probably do this. Get rid of the whole of this. There we go. And put this piece back inside of here. Yeah! There we go. Alright, cool. So the floats should probably go on there. Now, the problem with this, obviously, is that we have to actually make this thing float. Now, we're going to have to extend it back quite a distance. Alright, we're going to have to make sure that the front, like this side, has, I don't know, this bit going on, like that. We need to make sure that it does actually float, so let's put this piece in, and we need to do these pieces as well. There we go. Okay, very nice. We're going to go ahead and extend this out this way as well. Okay, good. And realistically, I guess that's probably how big the floaties need to be. However, we are going to extend it to be a lot bigger than it should, because, reasons. Because reasons. Now, you might be wondering what those reasons are. Stormworks is the reason. Stormworks is the actual reason. So what we're going to do is we're going to block off this floaty at the front, block it off at the back, and we're going to go ahead and do the bottom piece in order for this to actually work. So do this down the back end, and there we go. That, in theory, should actually float. Spawn it in. If it doesn't float, we got an issue. If it does float, that is fantastic. You see? Problems. Okay, so because it has problems, we're going to have to extend it out forwards just a little bit. We're going to go to the front of the helicopter. That seems like a good idea. We're going to delete this, and we're going to delete this, and we're going to drag it forwards. Very nice. We're going to make sure that it goes all the way through, and that is fan-dabby-dozy. Alright, very good. Delete these as we go backwards as well, making sure that this works, and that is fantastic. Alright, good. Go into this piece and drag it this way. We obviously need all of this in as well. So we'll do that. And we need all of the other side in as well. Yes! Okay, backwards. Very good. So this is obviously our career mode helicopter, and I'm hoping that it does actually work. Now, the problem is, it doesn't float. So we're going to delete this. We're going to delete this. And we're going to get some pivots. That we don't actually have. So we can't even cheat. We can't even cheat. Oh, that sucks. Because this as a float doesn't really work too well. And I'm going to show you why. Here we go. Look. There you go. Look, it just sinks at the back, and then it just, yeah. It's not good. It's not good. Okay, so I'm hoping with one research point, we can actually research some pivots. Basic mechanics, is it under that? No, it isn't. I guess it's under, like, compact. Oh, God, we need to get a lot of money in order to do this. So realistically, actually, we'll just grab this helicopter. Because it doesn't really work the way it is, apparently we need more floats at the back. Let's just extend it and see if we can make it float at least a little bit. Alright, there we go. Delete this piece as we go backwards. Do the same thing on this side. And block it off there. Alright, spawn it in. See if it floats now. Is it gonna? Not really. Look at it. I don't really understand how it can be like this, but it is. So there you go. Okay, so actually, in order to make this thing a little bit better, we're gonna extend it just a little bit more. There we go, just a tiny tinsy-wincy bit more. There we go, we're gonna do it on both sides. So we're gonna extend this way, fill that in, and we're obviously gonna do this as well, which, to be totally honest with you, is not really a good idea. But at the same time, it's all we've got. So there you go. And that extends all the way back there. Now, obviously, that's not the best. So we're going to delete these. We're going to grab this, okay, from the side. We're going to drag it all the way to the back, okay. We're going to drag it all the way down, and we're going to cut it. Now, we're going to move it out too. There we go. The wider it is, the more stable it'll be in the water, but the weirder it'll look in the air. So we have to keep that in mind, but that's okay. Anyway, let's go ahead and grab this and put it on there like that. It still extends out and it reaches, which is fantastic. And then we just merge this with this and this with this. Okay, fantastic. Spawn it in. It shouldn't flip over to the side anymore. And it should be relatively stable, which I'm going to go ahead and say that it is kind of stable. It's not flipping over anymore, and that is okay. However, it is seemingly wanting to sink at the front, but that's besides the point. Okay, so now we got to make this thing sort of useful. So we're going to get some seats. Here we go. We're going to add those first. And they're going to be right here on the side, right there. And we're going to add them on the back end as well. There's no way I'm going to be actually carrying this many people, but that's what we've got. So there you go. I'm thinking on the front of this, we're going to go ahead and delete this piece. And we're going to make it look a little bit better by doing this. Okay, awesome. And doing this as well. We're going to flip it over and do that. Okay, that does mean we should fill that in. We should put these pieces on there as well. One there and one there. And then obviously the bottom side needs to do the same. So there we go. And there we go. Alright, good. So that makes the front look a little bit better. Good. So now, it should actually work. However, we still don't have certain things. We need to get ourselves like a fire extinguisher. That is something that's very useful and can go right here. That, to me, makes sense. Actually, why is there a block there? That, to me, makes sense. There we go. We got a fire extinguisher. We should probably add a welder and some other things back here. So, let's do that. Delete those. Welder. Let's go ahead and put one of those in. Like so. Very good. We could put an underwater welder in there as well if we need it, which, realistically, we don't really need. And that works. Good. Let's go down here and see if there's anything else we need. First aid kits. Those are very useful. So let's start putting some of those in. We'll actually put those in the back in the middle. And that'll look okay on the sides like that. Very good. Anything else? Night vision goggles. Could be kind of useful, I guess. Let's do that on one side. Night vision goggles. Anything else that we could do with? Rope, I guess, is something that could be useful. But in this situation, not really. But we're going to delete those anyway. And we'll put a rope in. We'll also put a hose in. And that'll do. Alright, good. Anything else that we really need? I don't think there is. A compass could be kind of useful, I suppose. But everything else we've sort of got. A flare gun. That would be kind of nice. Alright, let's go ahead and put a flare gun in. Right there. We'll put the flare gun ammo just above it. Like so. Actually, we really shouldn't block all that off, because we do need to get to the engine to fix it, if we need to. And that's all a-okay. Right, we need a dial. We do. We need a dial in order to see some things. So, we're going to put the dial in the floor. Like this. Okay. We're going to put this one right here. And we're going to put this one right here. Okay, good. So, these dials are going to do separate things. One is going to be for fuel on one side. And one is going to be for battery on the other side. There we go. So, this is battery. Let's go and connect that up. Where is the battery? There it is. And one is going to be for fuel. This is the fuel tank. It's very small, and it will probably run out pretty quickly. But we're going to test it, so that's good. Let's go ahead and save it as, I don't know, Korea Heli Floaties. There we go, Korea Heli Floaties. Let's spawn it in. It should do with some lights, but we're going to test it out during daytime anyway. And it sank this time. It actually sank this time. Why? Why did you sink this time? I'm so confused. That doesn't want to be in there. And the rest of it shouldn't allow it to sink. So I'm not sure why it sank. Very strange. Very, very, very weird. Right, okay. You know what? Let's just grab the front piece. There we go. Take it to the other side. We're going to grab this front as well. And we're going to cut it. We're going to move it forwards a good chunk. Like this. And we'll just attach it all back together like this. And that'll be fine. Alright, there we go. Good. So do all of this in there. Very nice. And do the edge pieces. Whoop. There we go. There we go. I should be doing this on both sides, but I didn't because I'm silly. And that's okay. Right, good. Let's just grab that from the other side then. Here we go. We'll just grab it from here. There we go. That makes sense. Go ahead and copy this. Take it over to this side. Paste it in. Merge it. And merge these ones. And merge this. Very good. And that's okay. Wait, are they filling with water because of that? No, they're not. Look at that. Perfect. It's floating. We don't have a bed installed on this thing, but realistically, we're good. We're good. What I am thinking, though, is we should save this. Okay. We should go to sleep, wait for a calm day, and then test it out. Okay, here we go with the testing. It is a relatively calm day. Let's go ahead and jump inside. If we die here, I am gonna be upsetty spaghetti. And look at it. It's already, like, on its side. Right, we're gonna press 2. We're gonna press 1. We're gonna do this. Okay, awesome. And we're gonna try and get out of here without dying. Okay, very good. We're outside. And it doesn't actually take off. It doesn't take off. Oh my god, we got a helicopter that doesn't fly. That's not good. How much fuel are we using? Quite a lot. So it's a helicopter that flies for a few seconds and then lands. That is not the best. That is not the best at all. But it's a good job we tested it, isn't it? It's a very good job. Okay, so let's just sit here and see how long it takes it to use all the fuel. And then once we've done that, we can actually see pretty much like how far we would be able to fly with this engine. And yeah, I guess we'll see from there what actually happens. Okay, here we go. We're getting pretty close to 0. As soon as this does hit 0, the helicopter will probably stop. I mean, it should, because there's only one fuel tank, so it should stop now. It's still running. It is actually still running. Why? Is there more than one fuel tank? Did I put more than one? There might be more than one. In fact, there might be 2 fuel tanks. That makes sense. Anyway, right, so it does actually, like, work, but not really. So we're gonna grab it. We're gonna change this to be, big. Oh, the blade length has to be small, though. We're gonna have more blades. We're actually gonna have 5 blades. That should allow us to take off a little bit easier, so that makes sense. And realistically, what we could do is actually add another one of these. And that would work, but it needs to be counted. So, this needs to be small, it needs to be neutral, it needs to be 5 blades, and it needs to be the other way. So, grab it, cut it, press U, paste it, and merge it back on. There we go. Alright, so, we've got that, and that works. Good. So, with that being said, does it even need that? I'm not sure. Does it need this? I don't know. My phone just did a boom, 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 boom. Right, okay, let's try and figure this out then. So, this can go to roll on this one. There we go. It can go to collective. It's going to be up and down. There we go. Pitch is going to go on this one. And the yaw doesn't actually have one. Right, so that should work then. How many fuel tanks do I have? I need to see. It's just got one, hasn't it? It has. It's just got one. Why? How is it still flying? I don't understand how it was still flying with one fuel tank. Oh, is that not the fuel tank? That is the fuel tank. I'm very confused. I'm extremely confused. Because it was still flying. So that doesn't make any sense. Anyway, let's add another fuel tank. Delete this. Alright, we can put a fuel tank here. And, realistically, we can actually put a fuel tank on the bottom too. Here we go. If we can fit this in. We can put an extra fuel tank somewhere in here. Like this. Alright, and then if they're all level with each other, which they are, we can actually have more fuel. That makes sense. It is a little bit heavier, obviously, adding all of these, but we've already made it super heavy by adding floats. Oh, I hate when this does this. It's so annoying. Like if you turn it and then you flip it. Look, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. I don't get it. Why is this still a thing? There we go. Alright, good. So we're going to attach that onto there. So essentially we just put this piece in and then we do this. Alright, good. So, we got lots more fuel tanks. Good. With that being said, though, we still can't really take off. So, that's an issue. Also, realistically, actually, you know what? Because we got 3 fuel tanks, let's just add 3 fuel things. Here we go. So, this is fuel. This is going to be fuel. And the next one that we add, which is going to be down here, is also going to be fuel. I could use add and stuff like that, but it's fine. Fuel, fuel, fuel. So we've got 3 fuels, and we got 3 fuel tanks. One there, and one there. Good. So, now if we spawn this in, is it going to float? Yes, it is. It's floating nicely. Good. If we move it forwards, is it going to work? I don't know. We definitely dip it down, because we weigh a lot. Oh, it's actually flipping over. Interesting. Whoa! No, no, no! I hate when this happens! Especially in a hardcore career mode, that is not good. Right, let's get down in the water. Scoot forwards. I don't know why I'm wasting my time doing this, because I know it's not going to work properly. Alright, here we go. It's not actually working at all. It's not working at all, because I think there's too much power going to that. So what I'm thinking is, we get rid of one of these. We have 1 generator. Alright, just 1. And that's it. Okay, because then the power isn't necessarily going to there. That makes sense. The gearbox, 1 to 1. We might as well make this like 3 to 2. Spawn it in, see what happens. Let's try this. Alright, we're in the pilot seat. Let's go. The power isn't working. I think I've broke it somehow. Okay, I've put it back to 1 to 1. Let's see if this works. That doesn't work either. What have I done? What have I actually done? Like, I took the fuel out and then I put more fuel in. And that's it. That's all I've done. I don't know why it's not working now. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. No, I forgot to throttle up. I was oh, what am I doing? Right, so I actually went back to this because I noticed that I was being silly, and what I actually ended up doing was I wasn't using the throttle lever, but now that I look at this, if I jump on the side, like, what's the point? You know, if I jump on the side and the thing sinks, then we've got an issue. The stabilizers just aren't that good. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna wait. We're gonna use the career mode boat that we have. Somewhere. Where is it? This thing. We're going to use this until we actually get enough money and enough research points in order to actually research pivots, which then we can have phantom forces and make the thing float properly. Like it should do in real life. Like, it would float a lot better in real life. But yeah, obviously because Stormworks is Stormworks, it doesn't float that good. So yeah, I think I'm actually going to end this video here for now. I do want to say thank you guys very much for actually watching this far. We did end up changing the helicopter quite a bit. We literally went from this, which has nothing on it. It does fly like this, to this, which is a bit of a monster, and it still doesn't float. And it doesn't fly. Or, like, it'll fly a little bit, which isn't the best. So, yeah. I'm not entirely sure what to do with this thing. I really like it, in this form. I like it when it was small. It looks like a little buzzard, a little bird. And I think it would work as a land-based helicopter, but not as a seafaring helicopter. So we might have to do something else. I'm thinking maybe we actually build a plane. I think that was probably the better idea anyway. Yeah, I'm not sure. But anyway, I'm going to end this video here for now. Thank you guys very much for watching. If you guys have any ideas on what I should do, because obviously we've got issues with the floaties at the minute, let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see what I can do. But anyway, thank you guys very much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.